everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing very well. So today's video I have been meaning to put up for the longest time, and I'm so sorry that it's taken me ages to get it up, but it's basically going to be a Q&A all about having two kids, how I juggle it, how I find it, and yeah, like just chatting all things having like a toddler and a newborn basically. So I put a thing out on Instagram stories, it was a few weeks ago now, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, asking for your questions, and a ton of you got back to me, so thank you so much for those that did. So I'm just going to try and work my way through those questions, and yeah, just have like a little chit chat about how I deal and juggle with 2 young children. So first question, I've got them written down on my phone. First question is, how do you do one-on-one time, and do you miss the old days? So one-on-one time is pretty easy with Lawson at the moment because River sleeps a lot. She's a newborn, so I mean she's 3 months old. So she sleeps, for example, all afternoon. So that means that I get like a decent chunk of time with Lawson. And then my one-on-one time with River basically at the moment just happens like 1 day a week. When Lawson is at nursery, I will spend a lot more time one-on-one with River, and also I will spend time with her like in the evenings and during night feeds, and I'll make sure that I really like just make the most of that time with her, because the rest of the time when Lawson is around is so focused on Lawson that bless her, she can't get a word in edgeways. Do I miss the old days? No, actually. Like, I love having 2 kids. Honestly, I feel like having 2 children has made me as a mother. I just absolutely flipping love it. I never used to get, when Lawson was born, when people used to say, oh, it's like you've always been here. I never had that with Lawson. I was like, no, I remember when you weren't here and I was a lot more chilled out. But with River, honestly, I get that now. Like, I understand when people say it's like you've always been here, because it honestly is like she has always been here. It's like she's always been a part of me, always been a part of our little family, and yeah, we just love her. So I kind of don't miss the old days where it was just me and Lawson. I love the dynamic of having 2. How do you get on at night time is the next question. So me and Daniel basically work nighttime in shifts. So Daniel works during the week, and I'm at home with the kids. So Daniel will do up to 1 AM is his shift. So if either child wakes up during that time, he deals with it. And then after 1 AM, so River's night feed, and if Lawson wakes up like during the night, I will deal with it. And then basically Daniel gets up with Lawson. He gets up at about 5 AM, so yeah, he's an early riser, bless him. So Daniel will get up with Lawson, and then I will get up when River gets up, or I will get up at 6 before River gets up and have a shower and things. She kind of doesn't have a time where she gets up every day, like it varies. So yeah, I'll take care of River in the morning, and Lawson will take care of, Daniel will take care of Lawson. There's too many people in this house. I'm getting everyone's like names mixed up. Do you regret it is my next question. No, not at all. I think it's definitely been interesting, and it's hard having this small of an age gap. There's only 23 months between them. So it has been hard, and it's very intense. Lawson is at a very intense age, and yeah, that's interesting when you've got a newborn as well. But no, I don't regret it at all. Like, I'm so happy that we did it this close together, because it just kind of gets it all out the way. As horrible as that might sound, it gets all of this kind of the toddler baby stage like done kind of relatively quickly, so that like basically we didn't want to get too used to Lawson being really good and then having to go back again to the newborn stage. Like, we wanted to kind of have them close together so that like it was a newborn and then a newborn and then we're through it kind of thing. So yeah, that's why we did it close together, and I don't regret it at all. I think, yeah, I'm really happy with our decision. How do you get out the house with 2 little ones on your own? I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit of a mission, but I think the key here is to just be organised. So I try and pack their bag the night before. So we've got like nappies, wipes, nappy sacks, change of clothes. Yeah, so it's all there in the morning so that I don't have to like try and run around and do that. And then yeah, it's just a case of I'll get Lawson ready first, and then last thing I'll put River in the car seat. She hates her car seat, bless her. So I do that like very last thing so that she has like minimum time to kick off. And then yeah, I will always put Lawson in the car first because he's the one that can run off. And then I'll put River in the car, and then when I'm getting out of the car I will get River out first and sort her pram out, and then I'll get Lawson out last, put his coat on, hold his hand, and we're off, kind of thing. So yeah, it's taken a while to kind of get the hang of it and like get into a routine with it. But yeah, definitely just being organised I think is my best bit of advice. How do you find balance giving both what they need? Tell you the truth, I don't. I just try my best. When I can give time to Lawson, I give him time. When I can give time to River, I give her time. I'm not super strict and routined about it, and I am in the habit of not beating myself up about it as well. I just do my best and do whatever I can, because I think everyone understands that having 2 under 2 or like 2 just over 2 is really bloody difficult, and you've just got to do the best you can. It's literally about getting through the day, and if you can spend time with like your biggest one or your littlest one and play with them and make them laugh, then you've done a great job. And that's kind of how I see it. I just try and do the best I can. I'm not like routined in like this is your time and this is your time. I just wing it and try the best I can. Do you find it more difficult or easier having a girl rather than a boy? This is an interesting question, and one that I don't really feel like I can answer yet, because I'm not really sure whether it's a boy-girl thing. But I can tell you for sure that River is so much more chilled out than Lawson is. And I don't know whether that's because she has to be, because Lawson is so demanding on her attention, or whether that's just her nature. She is just super chilled. She loves her sleep. She's literally like a textbook baby, and I'm not sure whether that's a girl thing or whether that's just a River thing, or a second baby thing. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely finding it easier having River than I did Lawson, for sure. Are you more at ease with River because she's your second, or do you still get that clueless feeling? Oh, I remember that feeling well. I used to have it on the daily with Lawson, and I don't know, I think I've only got that feeling a couple of times with River. As I said, she is a textbook baby, so she will feed, she'll play, then she'll get tired, and then she'll sleep. Like, it's that straightforward, and I can read her pretty well now. Like, it maybe took about a month or so to kind of really get to know her signs and what she wants and needs, but now I feel like I can read her pretty well, and if she's not feeding and getting a bit like restless, I know that she's tired. I can put her dummy in, I can put her down, and then she might like not be quite ready, so I'll get her up again or feed her a bit more. Like, it's just kind of reading her signals, but I definitely feel like I'm more at ease with her for sure, because yeah, she's just so chilled out. How have you handled jealousy? Do you feel confident in public with them both? So 2 questions here. How have I handled jealousy? We have definitely bumped into the jealous monster when it comes to Lawson. He has been quite difficult, although he's kind of moved past that now, I think. But he used to, when I was feeding River, he used to come up and hit. He would like belly bump us, which is a weird thing to do. I don't know where he's got that from. But yeah, he will do all sorts of things. He will like play up while I'm feeding her, just to get more attention and things like that. So we've definitely dealt with it, and we've just tried to be like very consistent in our discipline with him, to know that like it's not okay to kind of lash out just because you're not getting attention. So yeah, we've been consistent in like using the naughty step and things like that with his discipline, but also we've made sure that we give him plenty of attention when River is asleep, so that he still feels like loved and wanted. One little tip that I have found actually that's helped with kind of the whole jealous thing is, or 2 actually. One, I found that he's much easier to handle if I feed River on the floor, like on his level, because it means that then I can kind of sort of play with him and sort of feed River at the same same time. It's a bit of a juggling act, but it really helps with his behaviour during that time. And also I have learnt recently about Lawson that he's really quite an affectionate baby, and he needs physical contact to feel secure and feel loved. So literally if he starts playing up, or if he starts kind of showing signs of jealousy or needing attention or something like that, I will literally hold my hand out, and he will come and he'll hold my hand, and I'll just sit and stroke his hand while I'm feeding River, and it kind of just calms him right down. You can see it in him. So yeah, he really needs that physical contact and the physical attention, so I try and give him as much of that as possible. How do you juggle nap time? Well, I feel like I kind of got this down, because most days, like 90% of the time, I will get a double nap out of these kids, and that's mostly because River sleeps like an absolute boss. Like, she just sleeps all the time, so it's kind of easy. But what I do is we will come in from our like morning outing, wherever we go, whether it's like the library or the park or wherever, and I will get Lawson's lunch. I will feed River at the same time, and I will have fed her a little bit while we're out as well, so this is more kind of like a top up. And yeah, I will try my hardest to get River down first, because she's the hardest to get down. She's the one who might be a little bit more restless and need a bit more settling, and then once Lawson has finished his lunch, I will take him straight upstairs, and he goes down straight away for nap time anyway. And then usually by the time I've come downstairs, River is asleep, or sometimes she's just maybe awake for another 15-20 minutes or so. So I just need to feed her a little bit more and then settle her down, and then usually I get at least an hour to myself in the day. Honestly, that is my sanity, so I work really hard to get those double naps every single day because I need them. So yeah, I would just plan your day around getting that double nap. It's honestly like gold dust. So yeah, that is my little Q&A about having 2 kids and how I'm finding it so far. I am absolutely loving having 2 babies. I think this is probably it for us. I don't think we'll have any more. I'm just really enjoying the dynamic of having 2. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have any more questions, or if you have 2 kids, how you find it and things like that. I would love to hear from you. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!